give you guys a second to get in here and get it going.
Yeah, thanks so much for joining us. We are excited to go live with everyone this evening. We haven't got to go live very often because we really have some people in our house that we can't show. Well, they're not here today, so it's a perfect day to go live.
Yeah, everyone's saying, hey, hey, so I guess they can hear us. So if you can hear us and see us, great, then we'll just keep on going. I'm watching on the iPad and it's just now giving me a commercial and then it'll get into it. So I guess some of you guys can already hear us and see us. But like Gary said, we have some extras in the house now and they're not allowed to be on social media. So we haven't been going live at home because we don't want to say, okay, everybody can come over here, but you guys got to stay over there, and it's just too hard to do. So we haven't been able to do it, but Gary and I have been talking about some times that maybe I can go live while he's at work, but I'm at home doing farm chores. So we might start that up because we really love interacting with you guys.
Yes.
And being able to do this more than a edited video. So we're going to get it figured out. Oh, look, there's a squirrel right out the door.
Oh, wow. There's like a squirrel 3 feet that way, but it's outside the door, so
Yeah.
we're good. Unless he comes through that glass or opens it up, then I'm going to be like jumping up.
Like I see squirrels all the time, but not usually on my back porch.
Yeah.
But as the thumbnail showed, we are in a tree house. Not just any tree house, it is a beautiful tree house in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. So I saw a lot of you guys talking about that before we got
Sorry,
in.
I'm really distracted by
Oh, it
squirrel.
just jumped to that tree.
Yeah, it's like jumping like crazy thoughts. Sorry, literally, squirrel. There's a literal squirrel.
But hello to everybody in here. We would love to say hello to everybody. There's 123 of y'all. I don't know if we can go that fast, but we truly appreciate you guys being here, hitting that thumbs up, and interacting with us. So
Yeah, and if you saw the treehouse we were in was built 26 feet off of the
cliff,
the ground, off of the. It's like a canopy here of trees and underbrush.
but we're on the side of a cliff.
And we're on the side of a hill. So off the back, you look down, it looks like it's at least 30 feet. And it's a beautiful view. All you can see is that you can't see houses or anything out the windows, and there's a lot of windows around. So
Well, there's 30 acres here, and there's only tree houses spread out on this 30 acres. So
I think there's only 4 of them too. So.
yeah, there's only 4 tree houses on 30 acres. So that's pretty awesome. Brandy with Keeping It Dutch messaged me a while ago and said, hey, Dutch and I stayed there for our 1-year anniversary. So she said that would have been in 2008. So they got married a year before us. And she was like, check the log and see if it's like, you know, if it's a big one or whatever, because she wrote in it. But I looked, and apparently they put a new journal in here every year because it said Treehouse Journal 2021. So that would have been awesome, though, if I could have found their old entry.
Yeah.
But small world.
Facts Matters making the references to Tarzan. Yes, we are living in a treehouse, just like Tarzan. I haven't seen the rope that you swing on to go side to side, but I do kind of feel like Tarzan. I'm not going to start beating my chest or anything.
Yeah. Facts matter if you are comfortable with it. Where are you from? I always enjoy your comments, and it seems like you and I have the same type of
Humor
and
Sense of
person.
humor.
Yeah. So I was just wondering where you're from.
Hey, LG Homestead.
LG Homestead is not far from where we're from. So
Facts Matters
North
from
Carolina.
North Carolina.
I was a huge Tar Heels fan growing up because that's where Michael Jordan went. So
It's also the part of the homeland of the Cherokees before they got moved out west. So North Carolina is a great state. We plan to visit it in the next couple of years for sure.
we will want to take the kids to the Smoky Mountains. Gary and I have seen the Smoky Mountains.
It's beautiful.
And we want to take the kids out there. We're just getting, well, like you saw, we just went to Alaska. We're getting to where they're the age that we can go and do those things, and it's enjoyable, and no one's screaming for the entire trip or begging to go home. So
Yeah.
But you said on our first live on Catching Up with the Walkers, if you guys don't know, we have a second channel called Catching Up with the Walkers, where we talk about topics and things on it, and we talk about past videos and future videos. And we do prayer requests and things. So it's called Catching Up with the Walkers, Planning and Praying.
Yeah, we do planning.
Yeah. So we talk about future things on the farm, all that kind of stuff. But on that live, before we went to Alaska, Gary threw out a big challenge.
Yeah. So hey, MP Mar and Searchlight of Love Homestead. I'm Cherokee. Not a lot, but like 10%. And our kids are all Cherokees. They're all members of the Cherokee tribe of Oklahoma. Cassie's the only one that's not, but we keep her around because we love her.
But I love the culture, and I feel like I'm a part. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
so what big challenge did you say?
So-
Because not everybody is sub to Catching Up with the Walkers and have seen it. So let all these fine folks know.
That's right. Hey, Sam, I am Hayden Riley. Sorry, people jump in. So
Hey Hayden, long time no see.
We have a challenge for our family, a self-imposed challenge. We want to do 50 states, all 50 states.
Oh, Linda, I'll do without the what is that? Katydids or whatever that's called. Cicadas. Yeah, that's what it is.
We want to do all 50 states in 5 years. So just like, people that are following the alphabetical rule, we are going in order. We went to Alaska first, and now we're in Arkansas.
Oh, that's
I'm
funny.
just
But
joking.
the kids aren't
No,
here.
the kids aren't. We're not going to go
We
in
go to Arkansas
alphabetical. But we want all of our kids to go, and we want to go either stay one night
Hey, Barbara Gray.
or visit a local attraction while we're there. So that's what we're constituting.
Osio.
Osio, Tahiju. That's what we're constituting as a stay in a state is we either
Not just passing through.
no, if you're not going to stay the night, so that's one way.
Oh, you have to do an attraction.
Or go to a local
Man,
attraction.
you're making this tough.
Go to a local attraction and eat in a local restaurant.
Oh, okay.
So two
I'm gonna gain
things.
some weight.
If you're not going to stay the night, you got to do those two things to get a taste
Good morning.
of that steak.
Sherry says good morning. I'm about to say good night.
Well, good morning, Sherry. I know that people are watching from all over, so good morning.
Lots of people that have Cherokee in their family, so that's cool.
Yeah, hope you're having a blessed morning wherever you are at.
Hey, Susan, Brutal Bob, number one, be yourself. Lots of people in here. Sorry if we missed somebody. I'm looking down because I'm reading the iPad. But we enjoy being able to, we may not say your name out loud, but Gary and I, we try to scan and read all the comments. Somebody messaged on our last live and said, I hate when people read the comments and talk. Why don't you guys just talk to the camera instead of talking to the people? I'm like, well, that's what a live's all about. We can make a video pre-recorded if we didn't want to talk to y'all. So.
And those are just like mainly negative Nancy's anyway. Like you can't please everybody.
Yeah.
So I've had several people say you need to build one of these tree houses, and I just told Cassie a while ago, how cool would it be if we had something that we could attract people to?
Yeah.
But we just don't have in our homestead. We don't have like mountains or a river or something like people would want to come to, I feel like. But maybe we could just give them the whole farm experience. Build a couple of these and let them come feed the pigs.
I think that'd be kind of weird.
Feed the cows and the chickens and gather some eggs and cook their own eggs.
Well, you keep thinking about that, but I had a couple of comments.
Will's
Pony
turn.
Girl, hey Cassie, you totally cracked me up on your other channel. I'm glad someone finally finds me funny. I hope someday I can meet you when I visit my best friend in Missouri. I live in Arizona. You're so awesome. Oh, you're so sweet. We have dear friends in Arizona. They have a YouTube channel called The Farm on Route 66. Never met them in real life, but that's what YouTube does. They bring in amazing friendships, and we plan to go visit them as part of the 50 states at some point. But if you're ever in Missouri, let us know. The other thing...
That's my thoughts exactly, Annie Ann. She
What?
said it sounds like a great way to get people to do your chores for you. Hey,
That's your motivation.
Annie Ann, it's called a farm experience. You get random people
There's
in
people that do it. I've seen
that
it.
pay you to do your chores. Now, how mind-blowing is that?
So will they take care of the ducks? I'm in.
Yes.
The ducks are
We'll build a
giving
little
me
duck
run for my
pond.
money.
We'll get people in, and I think like $10 a head for the chore activities and $100 a night for a cabin like this.
Yeah. Okay.
All day long.
Alicia, I think is your name, says, Cassie, have you ever had a DNA test? Your high cheekbones really make me think you have a percentage of native heritage.
So the problem with that is we're members of the Cherokee tribe of Oklahoma. The membership of that tribe does not gain members from a blood test or actually any blood quantum. the membership for that tribe goes back to the Dawes rolls, and if you can trace an ancestor back to the Dawes rolls, which was a government census like way back, and Cherokees in Oklahoma at that time, if you were identified as a Cherokee in Oklahoma at that time, then you're a member of the Cherokee tribe of Oklahoma. So the membership does not stem from blood quantum per se. They do track the degree of Indian blood, but it goes from those rolls. So
yeah, so my mom actually has pictures of our family who look very native or are native and traveling and living in teepees, different things like that. Not really teepees, but like canvas tent type things. But so yes, I'm gonna say I have, which Gary laughs at because he's like, can't prove it.
I don't laugh.
He just tells me I can't prove it. But
I say,
anyway,
prove it. Just go into this, find your ancestor.
Yeah.
It'll be it.
So my uncle's been trying to do that for years. It's not happening. But Jenny Johnson says y'all have to answer the questions. Y'all have to answer the questions. So I'm not.
I'm trying
Does she
to.
mean like she likes us to answer questions?
Yeah.
Or if you have a question, put it back in all caps and it'll
Yeah,
stick
if you
out
have a
more.
question and we don't answer it, keep asking it because we'll answer it eventually. Hayden Riley, somebody said something about your hamster birthday party. I saw that earlier on, I think, your dad's stories. They had a little birthday party for a hamster with little fruit and all kinds of stuff. So if you guys
look it up.
If you haven't seen that, head over to Hayden Riley's channel and check out her hamster's birthday party. I think it's always cool when people do special things like that for their pets.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'll have to check it out later. So someone else thinks I'm very funny.
Like, ha-ha funny?
I didn't pay these people to say it.
Oh, you're funny. That's why I married you.
Let's see. Cassie, the ducks were your idea. I know. The problem is I got 5 of them, and I don't need 5 of them, and they're getting bigger. They grow so fast. So like, you'll see in the video upcoming, we got a duck water, and I really liked it until a few days ago. Now they suck the water out of there in like 4 or 5 hours. It's not big enough for them. It's 2 gallons.
Yeah.
So it was good when they were smaller, especially when we were gone to Alaska. Excuse me, my mom didn't have any trouble with it, and it would last. Now it's not enough water for them, so we had to put a bigger water in there today before we left. As soon as I can tell male from female, I'm only keeping 2, possibly 3, but probably 2.
They said something about you keep looking at the iPads, and the reason Cassie's looking at the iPad is so she can answer questions.
Yes.
Because
I don't like missing
Can you read
everything.
those? Can you read those?
I can if I squint, but then they go too fast by the time I start reading them.
So
The little phone, and I have it, we're going live on my phone, and it's probably what, 3 feet from us, 4?
Yeah.
And your comments are about that big, and so I could like do this, and then you guys would be like looking up my nose. So,
So did we ever tell them why we're here?
oh, I don't know.
I don't think you've ever told them why we're here.
Go for it while I read some comments.
Okay, so the reason you guys know we just got back from vacation in Alaska, and the whole reason we are here today is because tomorrow, June 14th, is Cassie and I's.
Oh, Jeannie Johnson, I got it now.
Tomorrow, June 14th, is Cassie and I's 13-year wedding anniversary. So we are celebrating. We have been married for 13 years. And every year on our anniversary, we try our very, very hardest to get away, even if it's just for one day, to get away from normal life, the kids now that we have kids, and come to Eureka Springs or somewhere like this.
Linda Wilson, thank you so much.
Because it's just a big time for us to celebrate. So 13 years, our marriage is now a teenager. So like,
Oh, geez.
it's a really,
Now it's in that fighting stage,
it's a
right?
re-
Teenagers are when they get all.
it's a really awkward and confusing time for our marriage. It's trying to figure everything out. It's not quite there yet, but we're 13 years, and I think it's been 13 of the best years
Benny,
of
we
my
are
life.
in the woods. That's all we can see from. There's windows all over this place, and Gary and I talked about in a little bit. We might spin you around, but we are in the woods. But not only in the woods, we are up 27 feet in the trees.
I'd say we're going to end the live in about 40 minutes after around an hour time frame. We'll go around outside and inside.
Sherry, up the nose thing is a Chad thing. Up the nose view is a Chad thing. Yeah.
And show you guys a quick tour. So thank you guys for the happy anniversary wishes. A lot of you wished us happy anniversary.
Robert asked if the cabin is for rent.
Yes, this cabin is for rent. They have 3 more like it here, and it's like $199 a night is what we're paying. Usually there's a 2-night minimum, but because we're coming on a Sunday and it was available, we were able to get it. Also, it books up like 8 months in advance.
Yeah. Tanya said hello from Muldrow, Oklahoma. I know where that is.
Yeah, I know where Muldrow is.
She says, I cannot hear y'all and my volume's all the way up. So you guys can hear us. So maybe someone can help her out down there in the chat. If she can't help us, I can't help her because she can't help me. But maybe you could give her some tips on figuring out why she can't hear us.
Oh, another thing about this cabin.
See ya, Hayden. Have a good day.
Cassie.
Awesome, Robert. He's getting, his eggs are hatching soon. Sorry. Keep going.
Cassie emailed me. Oh, and 4 Kids in the Farm asked who's watching the house. Cassie's mom is staying with our kids.
Yep.
And my mom is coming in the morning to stay with the kids. So there's somebody at our house right now. So don't anybody be trying to go break in.
Even when there's not someone at the house, we have lots of cameras, and as soon as motion's detected, straight to our phones. And we get videos of JoJo often.
Yeah.
Our dog.
So 10 years ago, though, Cassie emailed me about this cabin,
which I totally forgot about till a few days ago when Gary told me we were coming here.
And I looked, and it was booked up at the time. And so fast forward 10 years, last week, I said, man, we stayed in that place in Eureka. I really liked it. I wanted to see if they're available. So I searched my Gmail, and I found the email from her from 10 years ago where she recommended this cabin. So
because Gary doesn't delete nothing.
It's all thanks to Cassie that we get to stay here.
Yeah, he sent me the link, and he said something about we're going to stay here. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. He's like, guess who recommended it? And I was trying to like rack my brain, and he goes, you. And he sent me a screenshot of the email that I sent him 10 years ago. God bless your teenage anniversary. That's funny. Hello from Portland, Oregon. Love your beautiful family and all the joy your awesome channel brings to my heart.
MT Homestead said they were married in a Treehouse chapel in Eureka Springs. I wonder where that's at. That's cool.
That's cool. Wonder if it's the same, like, what would this be called? Like, not affiliate, but same company, business?
I don't know. I didn't see any on the website, but there's tons of, and we drove through Eureka earlier. We went by the downtown, and there are tons of little cottages and bed and breakfasts and little cabins and everything. So if you're within like a 4-hour drive to Eureka, I would say come check it out because it's a nice little quaint town for a little getaway like this.
So Benny Q, since you commented, we've maybe answered it, but we are in Eureka Springs, Arkansas in a tree house for our anniversary. Wow, Sandy said in Minnesota it hasn't rained in 2 to 3 weeks.
Ooh, we need some rain at home right now. I watered my corn yesterday with our drip tape that we got from Haas Tools, and it looked even better today. Like I could instantly tell it needed a drink. So hopefully we get rain soon at home. It's getting dry.
Tanya, who couldn't hear her earlier, maybe she can hear now, says, love the fireplace behind you. Wish I had one for wintertime. So yeah, this is a really cool fireplace. It's beautiful. It has a note on it that says closed for season, so we're not allowed to use that, which we don't need to. It's hot.
It's the summertime, so I think they probably shut it down for a little bit.
MP Mark said, how in the world do you have text or emails from 10 years ago?
So my Gmail is managed very well. Like my junk is, I think, deleted like every year.
Yeah, he opens and deletes and does all that. But
and so any emails from like Cassie or any emails
go like into a save
that are memorable or like I need to keep them, they're there. So it's crazy, like when you start using the same Gmail or same email account years and years.
Yeah, because that email was from my old school where I used to teach, so I don't have that email, but he did because it was on your personal one probably. Mm-hmm. Someone said it's 108 in, I think they said Arizona. It's already scrolled up.
Bye, Pam. See you later. Thanks for stopping by.
My watch says that in Eureka Springs right now it's 82 and sunny.
But it's all shaded back here.
Yeah.
So I bet you it feels more like 75 or 76. It's really nice.
Are y'all going to Virginia in October? I would love to meet y'all. Virginia in October. Is that like one of the HOA type things?
No, there's a meetup up there. Currently we don't have plans to go that far during October because of the kids in school and stuff. Yeah. But we'll just have to see when it gets closer. If it was on fall break, you never know. We'll have to check it out though to see what's out there. We will be going down to the Okie noodling thing next week, so we'll be down there and hopefully we'll get to meet some of you guys there.
Yeah, June 19th I think it is the Okie Noodling Tournament Festival. I'm not real sure. And Arms Family is supposed to be there, and so we'll be there on Saturday. And then July 24th, Brandon and Stephanie over at Rustic Woodworking Family are having a meetup down in Sulphur. I keep saying Davis, but I'm pretty sure it's at Sulphur at the Convention Expo Center type thing.
Yeah.
So Brandon and Stephanie over at Rustic Woodworking Family, who done our logos and have made t-shirts for us in the past, and they made us beautiful flags. What?
Go ahead.
They are having a meetup, and so we're available, and so we are able to go there. So this Saturday will be in Paul's Valley is where the noodling thing is, and then next month in July 24th, we will be in Sulphur. So if anybody's around, I was on his live chat last night, and there's several people flying in and planning to come. So we are super excited because not only do we love meeting other YouTubers and making friendships, but we so want to meet you guys. Like, you guys are what make our channel successful. You guys are what encourage us to continue to upload and make videos and put in that hard work. So we so badly want to meet you guys.
Yeah. So a couple things. Facts Matters asked if we're going to be noodling. No plans on noodling. And another.
I might eat some noodles.
Your mom just said.
My mom.
Nana is keeping the farm, 5 kids, 2 dogs, goats, pigs, chickens, and loving every minute of it. So
with a bum thumb.
So somebody asked, do we miss the kids? Of course we miss the kids.
We just FaceTimed.
We just FaceTimed them a while ago because Mazzy was a little bit worried about us leaving.
But I told her I'd bring back chocolate, so she was good.
Yeah, then she was happy. So no, our kids are really great with, having us gone a day or two. It doesn't faze them.
Is this the one you saw and was laughing at a while ago?
No, I didn't see that one. That's hilarious.
Oh, goodness. Yes, my mom does an amazing job helping us out, and she's grown up on a farm and still has a farm, so we trust her with all the animals. And I mean, I turned out pretty good, so we trust her with the kids as well.
Oh yeah, she can whip those kids into shape.
Even though she's got one thumb.
If she needs to, she can take care of business.
If you guys don't follow our other channel, Catching Up with the Walkers, my mom bought some Pioneer Woman knives from Walmart, and those things are really sharp. She ended up not only having to have stitches, but having to have surgery and put a pin in her finger because she cut the tendon. So she's currently like this until it heals.
Adler Farms is here. Hey Chad, thanks for stopping by. Long time no see. Yeah. I know it was like less than 24 hours ago we were hanging out. So it's great to have you drop by though.
Hey Gail Walker, a fellow Walker, she said she never met her, but her grandmother was Native American Indian up in Maine.
And
how would I find out what tribe?
Yeah, I really have no idea because each tribe has their own requirements to become members. Some of them have blood quantum, some of them don't. So I would just recommend contacting that tribe and like the official tribe, not like an entity of the tribe, and asking them about membership. Usually online resources are the best. The internet is full of information like that. So
Shelly said, is it your rule that the Angels can't be on camera, or is it Oklahoma law? So we foster through Cherokee Nation, but we've also fostered through Oklahoma DHS, and both of them's rule was that they can't be on camera. Now we have 2 children that are adopted, so now they can, but while they're in foster care, it's supposed to be only 90%, so like a profile or whatever.
Yeah.
But we do our best to not put any of their face on social media. It's not only for their protection, but for their privacy.
So, and I think that just kind of comes back to foster care in general.
Yeah.
So if you understand how foster care works, foster care is a temporary placement. So they're in our home temporarily while they're trying to be reunified. And we don't have complete rights and control over them. So we don't have the rights to post their profiles or information about them or their names on social media, and we don't. So it's a privacy thing to protect them and to protect us as a tribal foster home.
I know some foster families put them on social media, and I don't know if they have special permission, some different agencies in different states may have different laws, but I know people in Oklahoma that do it, and they just haven't got caught. So if you, other thing is too, if they're family, like if we were fostering our nieces and nephews, that's a little different also. But if people are fostering and putting their kids on social media, they just haven't got caught yet.
Well, and take our YouTube channel and turn the volume up
Yeah.
on that, and that even increases the possibility. So that's why just don't expect that the only time you would see them on social media is for some reason if they become available for adoption and we chose to do an adoption, then you would see them like that day.
Yeah, someone said, where is that? The day we adopted Mazzy is the day I started Instagram 6 years ago.
Yes.
Someone said, where is Sulphur?
Southern Oklahoma.
Yep.
Like it's south of Oklahoma City going towards Texas is the best way I
Most
can
people
put it.
that live in Texas don't go to Oklahoma.
You know what? That's probably true.
We go, Oklahomans go to Texas a lot.
Well, they might come on their way to Kansas City or something.
Yep. Let's see. Note to self, no, Pioneer Woman knife. Yeah. And then when she cut or washed that knife and got it out of the dishwasher, she cut herself again. So yeah, no Pioneer Woman knives unless you buy. Someone said we need to get Mom a glove that, you know, like they wear at Billy Sims barbecue or stuff that it's like a
cutting
chain and you
glove?
can't cut it. I think I'm gonna have to get her one for her birthday.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're just joining the live, we're celebrating 13
Thank
years.
you, Brad
We're celebrating 13 years of marriage by staying in Eureka Springs. Just a really quick getaway because we try to do this every single year, even on the years when we're super busy like this year. We make a point for our marriage to get away and relax and just enjoy the time and kind of a look back at all the years we've had together. So.
Yep. We think it's very important to date your mate or whatever you want to call it. So we try to find time. We would love to do it once a month. It doesn't always happen to just go out on a date night, go out to eat. We usually end up at Walmart and we usually are back before the kids are in bed. But we think it's very, very, very important to do that. And especially once a year to get away, usually for 24 hours, just the two of us, because one day the kids are all going to be gone and this is going to be the two of us, and we don't want to just sit and stare at each other and be like, where have you been for the past 20 years?
We want to continue to grow together and grow our marriage and make it as strong as possible. One of the guys that I have a lot of respect for said the best thing you can ever do for your kids is to love your wife and love her well. So I took that advice to heart, and we'll continue to do that throughout our marriage. So.
Yeah, so someone asked if we could give the foster kids nicknames. Yes, that's why we call them the Angels. A lot of times people give them nicknames on Facebook, on like social media, which Ransom's nickname was Little Buckaroo when we fostered him. And then when we fostered his brother a few summers ago, his name was Little Hawk because he was 3 pounds when we brought him home. And so, yeah, we can do nicknames. It's kind of different with kids that are 5 and 6.
It's 5 and 6,
older.
and the fact there's 2 of them.
Yeah, so like they're old enough that they understand when we're videoing and we say the Angels. We've explained it to them the best we can, but it's kind of weird. Like if we started saying, "Hey John, come here," and he's like, "What? My name's not John." So that's kind of weird because we don't want to make them feel any different. More than we have to. So, but possibly like pretty soon, if I post a picture on social media, I might give a code name, but Gary started saying the Angels and I like that. So we've kind of just stuck with it because it's not single them out too much because they're old enough to understand. So someone asked if we would be bringing them to the meetup in July. More than likely they will be with us. The noodling thing, Mazzy could care less about noodling and being out in the heat and all that. So we thought about maybe getting a babysitter for the girls because it's going to be a long, hot day. The one in July is going to be air conditioned. So we haven't really decided on that, but for sure we're not just going to leave them at home. But also we've been going back and forth.
We'll just see when we get there.
Yeah,
but
we've talked about we can't control if other people accidentally put them on a video, but we can only do the best we can.
If they're just a person in the background of somebody else's video, and somebody else asked that, I've been recording a kid at a baseball game that's a foster child, and I've been putting my videos on Facebook. Did I do something wrong? No, I don't think you did anything wrong at all. I think that's just them being in the background. Now, if you're going to them and you're calling them out
Yeah.
by name, first name, last name, and you're bringing extra attention, I wouldn't do that. But just having them as part of a team, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, their parents, if they
Also, if their parents haven't said,
Yeah.
like, if I was fostering a child that I was worried about their safety, then, and they were on a team, I would probably say to the parents, hey, can you guys do your best to leave them off your social media because we really need to protect them? Now, I'm not worried about our kids' safety at this point, but we still, they still have rights and things. So if no one's told you not to do it, I'm sure it's not a big deal. And you can't get in trouble for it, I don't believe, because we could get in trouble as in getting the kids taken away from us for violating their rights or whatever. So anyway, we can go on to the next thing in case they're watching at home.
Yeah. So it's one of those things, and somebody asked a question about if reunification happens, you stay in contact. It could go either way. There's all kinds of outcomes, so we don't want to speak ahead. We just live in the moment. We do what we can do. We do everything we can do the best we can, and that's all we can do. So yeah, your mom said hi, Mom and Dad, so they are watching. That's fine. That's part of it. So when do the ostriches arrive? Thanks, Chad, for the question.
It's a good turning point, Chad.
We've had talk about ostrich eggs because Cassie and her incubating skills have just been off the chart lately, and I'm not there yet. I don't think we need to be incubating.
Brandon wants an ostrich bad. I'm like, when I go to the drive-through Gentry Zoo, those things freak me out. I will let a camel stick its head in the car before I'll let an emu or an ostrich. Like, no thanks.
So I will give you a little teaser though. So by the end of the week, maybe by a week from today, we will have a brand new animal, actually 2 brand new animals on our videos this week. So Walker Farm is not staying stagnant. We are growing. So you have to stay tuned to see what's happening. 2 brand new animals? Yeah, 2.
Okay.
At least 2. I don't know if I told you about the second one yet. But we got some animals coming.
All right.
The next one's going to be off the charts.
Oh, I know what you're talking about then.
Yeah, off the charts. Just got to stay tuned. We're excited because, not everybody's.
I'm so far behind because I'm reading comments that you already answered.
I think you're right, Annie Ann. She said, I don't think an ostrich egg will fit in your incubator. You think it would?
It says, I think turkey's the biggest one.
Cassie would.
I can take out that bottom tray and it can fit.
Listen, Cassie would fire up the pellet grill and she would get it to like 100.7 degrees Fahrenheit and be like turning that ostrich egg every day. If there was a challenge for Cassie to hatch a big egg, like a dinosaur egg, she would figure out a way. If she was setting on the egg herself, she would figure out a way to do it. She is that determined on these egg and the hatching process.
Goodness sakes.
It's getting bad, guys. Send help.
Love to watch your family. Really enjoy the wholesome atmosphere. Keep up the good works. Thank you, Chatta. I'm not real sure. Thank you so much. So last time Gary and I were here, we found an ice cream parlor. Thank you. And it was amazing. We drove to it, closed.
It was closed.
It'll be open tomorrow, but then I Googled and found another ice cream place and it said open. Drove to it. It's
closed.
Permanently closed. Like, there was nothing in the store.
And the ice cream place I want to go to from 10 years ago, they had homemade.
It made an impression on him.
They had homemade waffle cones. And like this is one of the first times I had a really good homemade waffle cone. I've had a couple since then, but they are completely different than the ones you buy in the store. So if we can go back tomorrow, we'll grab one of those before we go home.
And we went to, what was that store? Hearts. It was like a little grocery store, and we bought like personal size, but best choice ice cream.
Tell them why we did that though, because once I mentioned ice cream,
I had to have it.
She had ice cream on the brand.
And they had a ton of Bluebell ice cream, but we didn't see any of those magical flavors.
The new ones.
The like seasonal. What are they called? Seasonal.
Yeah, like blackberry cobbler and that kind of thing.
So we just went for the best choice because it was the cheapest and. They had what we wanted. Someone said Ransom would love if you hatched a dinosaur. We have hatched a dinosaur before in a bowl of water. Remember those things?
Yeah.
They were like slimy and gross.
So somebody said you need some turtle eggs to hatch. I don't know about turtles.
I don't know.
One of those giant turtles would be cool.
My cousin has those. What are they called?
Turtles?
I know, but
Tortoises?
yeah, they get like boulders though.
Yeah.
She's got some. Do we need that for content? Should
No.
we get a ginormous turtle?
No.
It's got out several times and she has
Hey.
to call the neighbors and tell them to be on watch for the turtle. The thing is so massive they find it every time.
And it's slow, so it's not like you have to really go far. It's just you have to scan really well. I think that goes back to
And
my...
I got Pepsi Zero sugar. I'm still trying not to eat or drink sugar unless I just really want it.
I
But
thought you got Dr. Pepper.
they didn't have it, so I got Pepsi Zero.
Really? They didn't have Dr. Pepper?
Zero.
Oh, okay.
I don't like Diet Dr. Pepper or like the Diet Pop. I don't like how it tastes, but the ones that say zero sugar, I like them.
It's got 23 flavors.
Okay. Turtles eat ducks. Oh.
Ooh.
How? The mouths aren't very big. They like nibble on them?
Chad said we need to get an ostrich and name it Turtle.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know about the fence requirements for an ostrich either. Like, do you think they'd stay in the goat pen? Zeno probably would not be having that.
Well, when I think ostrich, I think of an emu, and Annie Ann said it would be smaller and more fun. People used to raise those emus like crazy. My aunt and uncle had them, and our friends in Salina had them. And they had like privacy fences, Larry and Mary did because they were in town. But I bet you they need more than just 4-foot chain link.
You would think.
You just like step right over that fence.
Hey, Ed Kirkpatrick, he said you need an alligator egg.
Is that legal in Oklahoma?
I don't know about the legality. I guess if you went down to Florida and grabbed an alligator egg,
Misunderstood. Hello.
you would find out if it was
Morgan,
legal.
I am the bird hatcher lady. I love hatching them, and then it gets to a point that like I sold a bunch the other day because I'm like, now what? I have too many, and they're starting to stink, or they eat the chickens. Like my mom said a while ago while we were gone, like the chickens were eating so much, the baby chicks. So they eat a ton.
Okay, yeah, they said, no, isn't that illegal for the alligator eggs? Yeah, that would be my thoughts. You probably don't want to be doing that. You'll end up, like, what's that guy from Oklahoma, the crazy guy?
Joe Safari?
Joe Exotic?
Joe Exotic.
Joe Exotic.
Safari's the one that has the
Safari,
water park
Safari
in
Joe.
Tulsa.
Yeah.
Joe Exotic is the crazy dude.
Cass Exotic. No, they don't know how to do that. You don't have exotic animals, do you?
Someone keeps saying we need, or LG Homestead keeps saying we need a flamingo. Like, don't they have special requirements too?
Flamingos?
I mean, they have them at the Tulsa Zoo, but
They're like
they have
tropical,
sea lions
aren't they?
too.
I don't know. Yeah, that's... Right now, we're going to see if we can manage our goats. If we can keep them alive for a year or so, then we might...
Oh, cool.
reach
Amy
out.
said we need to bring the kids to Dinosaur Land in Vernal, Utah. Ransom would go nuts. That's cool. See, before we go somewhere, we need to like tell y'all so you locals can tell us the spots. Because like in Alaska, when we Googled where to go, and then we told our friend who lives there, she's like, no. And then she took us to all the cool spots that's not on Google. So I'm sure that's on Google, but you guys would be able to say if it's worth it or where we should check out. So
Yeah, they're talking about Cog Hill's emu nugget.
Yep.
And I think they...
I need to marry Carl though if I'm gonna have an MU because she's better at that kind of stuff than me.
Mary Carl raised Nugget from just a little bitty bird and really
Bye, MT Homestead. Have a good night.
Really got Nugget tamed down. Yeah. And so I think Nugget's, like, if you did that much one-on-one interaction, I think it would be a great bird. It's kind of like a pet the way it looks. So that would be a cool thing. I just think if we did it like, we don't have enough time to spend with it, who knows what it would be like.
Like the ones at the Gentry Zoo that want to eat your head off?
You know Ransom would run from a nugget, or run from an emu, right? Like
Ransom talks, y'all. He talks about, I'm going to ride a sheep. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And then it comes time and he's like, no.
Yeah, Ransom is a big chicken. Like he really talks big. Sorry, Ransom, if you're listening. But he gets scared. Like if a vehicle starts up, he is running away. He's jumping in your arms, which he's 4, so he should be. And we're glad he has a healthy fear of large things like cars. That's good.
He is. If a car starts up, it doesn't even have to be like a loud truck. If we're going through a parking lot or he just walked out of a door and he hears it, he like freezes, which if he's behind the car, that's not good. But he's scared of vehicles, so that's good. But when he was little, he wasn't scared of anything. Like, I'll go do that. I'll jump off this. I'll get in the water. I'll do, and then now he's a scaredy cat. But he's still a big talker. So
Yeah.
someone said, "What about a donkey?"
So we had a donkey before. His name was Dinky Donkey, D-I-N-K-Y, Dinky Donkey. And Dinky Donkey got a little bit mean after a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't nice to our goats. We had alpacas, and he wasn't very nice to the alpacas, and I had to end up
Good night, Deb.
I had to end up separating Dinky Donkey into a smaller pen and like kept moving it around.
Yeah.
And it was really a lot of work. So our experience with little donkeys wasn't a good one. So maybe later on in life, but right now,
Yeah.
I don't want the extra work.
NEM said there's a cool dinosaur museum in Branson. So I was just telling Gary that we go to Silver Dollar City often, and we get like passes and stuff. But we haven't been into the town of Branson with the kids.
We drove through.
We drove through, but we've never like done the town experience. So I was telling him that we need to do that sometime. But there's so much; it's so overwhelming. And with 5 kids, it would cost us like $1 million to go to very many attractions. But we do need to go sometime and look up and see a couple of things that the kids would all really like and enjoy, and take them to that, because that's some of my favorite memories as a kid, was going to Branson and seeing, the wax museum or the bald knobbers or the different stuff like that. It was always a lot of fun.
Yeah. LG Homestead asked if we've ever been to the Tulsa Aquarium. He might be talking about the Jinx Aquarium. Yep. Which is just outside of Tulsa, LG. But we have been to the Jinx Aquarium several times, and it's a cool place to go, once every few years, and we'll definitely have to go back there sometime.
Yeah. The Angels went to the aquarium while we were in Alaska. Did you know that? Did I tell you that?
As a field trip?
No, they went to the zoo as a field trip.
Oh,
then
yes,
they went
with
the family to.
Yeah, that's awesome that they got to go, because we'll probably go back in a couple of years if once the kids. I feel like the kids like forget stuff. So like if we go back to something like that close to home every 4.
Well, the school was going there every year, and
years.
the kids kind of got tired of it because they were going there so much. Which I mean, I think it's cool every time I go.
Yeah, somebody said a full-size donkey will kill goats and dogs. So I think they're protectors of themselves, trying to kill dogs and stuff like that. But
went to Silver Dollar City as a kid, so many decades ago. I never forget it. My mom brought me the book Shepherd of the Hills, and I read it many times. That's cool. We are also talking about today that we need to bring the kids back to the Passion Play here in Eureka Springs. We used to go as kids all the time, but we haven't been in a very long time. So I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the Passion Play, but it's an amazing live performance and it shows several things out of the Bible, right?
Yeah.
It's not just one particular story.
No, it's got several scenes.
Like the life of Jesus and stuff. But we would like to do that, and we looked online at the times, and it doesn't start till 8:30, and it gets over at 10:15. We're like, the kids would be asleep.
Well, and it's I think they want you to stay here, so maybe when they're a little bit older.
Well, but
when Ransom could hang.
And the reason too is it's dark and it's cooled off outside, so. But we'd like to do that sometime.
I seen it as a kid too, and they also have a little miniature Holy Land.
Hey Wyatt, I hope you're having a good summer.
So that's really cool too. I just remembered that they have like a miniature Holy Land tour. So it's pretty neat.
Yeah, that's what you were driving downtown Eureka Springs, and there was like cars everywhere. But that's what I told you. You can get the Passion Play and the Holy Land tour, or you can just do one or the other or whatever.
Yeah. So if you guys have any questions at all, I know a lot of people have jumped on since we got started. But we are in a treehouse cabin in Eureka Springs celebrating 13 years of marriage.
Searchlight of Love said it's the life of Jesus.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a beginning to end.
Yeah.
So if you guys have any questions though, just leave them down in the chat, and we'll try to get those answered. We'll probably stay on another 15 minutes or so. And before we jump off, we're going to try to do a quick tour of the 26 foot high off the ground treehouse cabin that we're staying in. It's a really neat cabin, so I want to show you while we're here because we might not ever be back.
We left after church. We went to church this morning, and I had to teach kids church, and Gary had to do the
audio video
type stuff. And then we went home and got the kids situated with lunch and all that. And I told Gary, I was like, do you want to eat or do you want to go eat somewhere else? He's like, we can find a place. So we're driving and he's like, well, sounds good. And I'm like, I've really been wanting Chinese food ever since the kids talked about it. So we went to Panda Express. It's actually really good for fast food and the price and all that. But we got so stuffed that we went into town and we were gonna eat supper before this, and we were so full that nothing even sounded good. So here in a little bit, we need to go back into town and whatever's open, get some food from there.
Neither one of us was hungry, so a $4.99 $5 super chat from Dr. B. The MU
Thank
at
you
Cog
so
Hill is really neat. Yes, I agree wholeheartedly. I think it's so awesome that they have an MU running around with their goats and their chickens and their normal homestead animals.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for that, Dr. B. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much for that super chat. That's very kind of you. I miss church. I need to find one. Chrissy, if you are local, our church would love to have you. But I know there's good churches all around. There's lots of churches all around that is amazing. But I do know, I was just telling Gary today when I went off to college, I tried like every church within driving distance of the college, and I couldn't find anyone that like compared to my church back home. And so it was very hard. She's in Colorado. I don't know anyone offhand that lives in Colorado. Like if you said I'm in Texas or this or that, I could be like, oh, my friends live in and they go to this church. But there's good churches all around, but also I know it's hard to find a good church sometimes that you feel comfortable with or whatever. So hopefully you're able to do that. But our church does have online service, and something that came out of the pandemic was our church, and lots of churches started doing online. And though we're back in person, we still do online for those who don't feel comfortable coming back. Maybe they have different illnesses or whatever, and also when people just aren't able to make it. So our church does online. It's Locust Grove Free Will Baptist Church, and can check it out.
Yep.
And every Sunday morning at 10:40.
And Central Time.
Which is on Facebook. I should have said that. They also have a YouTube channel, but on Facebook it's live.
Yeah, they go live on Facebook.
Then they upload it to YouTube for people to watch later.
Yeah, Eric Hill asked about a recommendation or a version of the Bible. So there's a Bible app called U Version, I think, or
I think it's just called the Bible.
Yeah, so there's a Bible app, and it has every single version that I know of on there. I personally like the NLT, New Living Translation. I like to compare and cross-reference. So Eric, just check for that in the App Store of whatever device you have, and maybe that will help you out, man.
Listen, I can't believe you kept an email from 10 years ago. I don't even have clothes that old.
Well, and the thing I love about email is I can search keywords. So I searched Eureka Springs, and there were like 5 emails that came up from my preferred people, which she's one of them, imagine that. And so yeah, it said, hey, check this place out. It looks pretty cool. And it wasn't available then, but it was now.
Sybil said, went to the Passion Play. I hope the highway system is better. Was on a tour bus, and there was so many mountains to travel and get there.
Can you imagine a tour bus? Because it is complete curves, like one after another. And it was bad.
It's still very curvy, but the road is nice. Like, it's not bumpy and all that.
Yeah. Dr. B said if you were to raise an emu from a baby, it shouldn't be scary to any of the kids. I agree, Dr. B. So, and that's the thing. We could raise an emu because if it just hang out in our chicken pen with like the chickens and turkeys, but I think we want to tackle that in fair weather if we were going to do it.
Yeah. And I remember Nugget being little and cute, and now he's gotten bigger. But like you said, if he they just at the gentry thing, they just run at you and they look like they just want to eat you.
Yeah.
But if it was tame and didn't charge, and maybe we'll try it. How much is an emu egg though?
Yeah. I don't know. Somebody asked, why are we on here on our anniversary trip? Well, we haven't got to go live at all hardly since we got our new angels to the house. So since we're out of the house, we thought this would be a good opportunity to jump on and go live for about an hour. We're not going to stay on here too long, but honestly, we enjoy this, spending time with you guys too. And we consider all of you part of our family now, our YouTube family. So we enjoy spending a little time with you too.
Yeah, someone asked if we could put a link, so I'm going to link our church's YouTube channel. That is our church's YouTube, and like I said, what?
Chad put the app, the version app.
Oh, cool.
And he put, you put the,
yeah, I was gonna say he beat me to our churches.
No, thanks, Chad. Yeah, that's the U version is the Bible app.
U version, okay, you're right.
It's an awesome app. Like you can highlight verses and you can go back to them and you can translate.
You can change it to any version too.
And you can download the version you're using. So like when we went on our flight to Alaska, I just downloaded the NLT version and I was able to read to pass time while I was on the app while I was on the flight since I didn't have Wi-Fi. So yeah, go check it out, Eric. I think you'll be happy with it. It's been around for years. I've had it probably at least 10 years, and it's a great app.
An airplane museum in Tulsa. We'll have to look that up. I think my sister talks about that.
Tulsa Air and Space Museum. They have a rocket, like a real live rocket ship.
Also, we're on here because when we're at home, we're not able to go live because of our new angels. And so we really love interacting with you guys. So we do plan to go eat, but
we already ate out once on the way here too.
And that's enough for us. But more importantly, we plan to watch a movie that isn't animated or what would you say? I mean, we don't watch like
we're not going to watch any little kid movies.
Yeah. We don't watch rated R movies because I can't stand like every other word has to be
cursing.
Inappropriate. Yeah. But we're gonna watch a movie that we wouldn't typically watch with the kids because I haven't watched one of those since. Okay, I hadn't watched one of those in a very long time, like an adult movie. I guess you could say. That kind of sounds bad, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Until the plane ride. On the way there, I watched 1.5 movies when Ransom fell asleep. But on the way back, it was a red eye, which means you fly at night. And I couldn't sleep because I was so uncomfortable.
Sleeping flight.
But my back was killing me so bad I couldn't sleep. So I watched like 2 movies because it was a 6-hour flight, and that's the most movies, not Disney, that I have watched in a very long time.
Yeah. So there's lots of unknowns. Somebody asked about adoption. There's lots of unknowns to be answered in that. So I think it's too early to even talk about that. At this point, the real focus is reunification. So there's that
Eric
question.
says he's in Texas. Now I feel bad because my friends are a little bit out of Dallas area, but I can't remember the name of their church, but I can ask. Let's see. I watch my Baptist Church live on Facebook. That's great.
Cassie left the link to our church, and they put all of the messages out there and Facebook Live them. So if you're interested,
or you can find them on Facebook for the live, and then you can rewatch them. So if you prefer YouTube, I put the link up there. If you prefer Facebook Live or something like that, you can look them up there.
So in about 3 or 4 minutes, you want to go outside and walk around a little bit and show the cabin. So any last questions while we're in here and reading comments really well? Because once we get up and start moving around, I hope you guys are sitting down and you don't get dizzy. Because
someone said another great app to have is called The Chosen. I'll have to look into that.
I'll have to look that up. I haven't
There's
heard of it.
so much good stuff at home. Hey, there's so much good stuff out there now.
Yeah, Eric just scrolled up in the comments. Adler Farms left the comment for the YouVersion Bible app. So if you just scroll up in the comments on the live, you'll find it. That came from Adler Farms.
Yeah, if you go to your app store or like Google Play or iTunes or whatever and just search.
Oh, there it is
YouVersion.
again. So Chad, thank you so much, Chad. I think leaving that hyperlink in the comments is probably the best thing we could do, period. Hopefully somebody out there can use that and use it well. So that's the best thing we could do right now by far.
Yep, I was looking to see Looney Tunes still meeting. If there's any other questions, show the inside. All right, we will. Do you go to Dutch's Church? We do not go to Dutch's Church, but we have visited once, and we plan to visit more. It's just a town over, and we know lots of people that go there, and we love his pastor, and so
we know lots and lots of people that go there. They are a wonderful church family.
Most of our close friends go there,
and I consider a lot of the people that go to that church our extended church family.
Yep.
And we go there for special occasions. We plan to if they have like a special speaker or something like that.
When our church wasn't meeting in person, theirs had started back, so we went and visited then. And so we need to go back. But it's hard now that our church is in person and we got so many things going on. But
Because we both serve in some capacity
Yeah.
every Sunday.
yeah, and that's hard because we try not to miss too much on Sundays because we both serve and they have to find someone to take our spot. But what I was going to say is our preacher actually goes and speaks at their church when they do the Thunderbirds. They have a service for the Thunderbirds there, and what that is for like troubled youth. And so they bring them to the church, and they have a church service just for them in the morning on Sunday mornings before the regular meeting time. And they bring in other preachers sometimes, and our preacher has gone to do that. So we kind of work together. Not regularly, but
yeah.
But it is a great church.
Somebody else said happy anniversary. Thank you so much for the anniversary wishes, and thank you guys for spending a little bit of time with us while we're celebrating our anniversary. And I do want to challenge you, if you have a spouse, to don't stop dating them, to continue to try and take time out of your busy schedules to spend time together, just like we are today. So it is always an awesome time, and I always look forward to it.
Yes, Search for the Light of Love. We'll be praying for safe travels. I've only flown one other time. It can be intimidating. But
all right, Chad, do you have any ideas of what you want me to drop? He wants to know how high up it is, so
yeah,
I'm gonna drop my Walker Farm Fam hat. It went through the
You're gonna have to go get it.
Dirt in Alaska.
Someone said we should be very proud of Mazzy from Alaska. She was a little lady. Gordon and Angie. Yes, we are so proud. When we've been planning that trip for 2 years because it got canceled the first time. And Gary would say, we should do this, we should do that. And I was like, Mazzy's never going to do that. And so 425 people in here. So we are very proud of her for stepping outside of her comfort zone. And she's not an adventurous type, and she's not, new things scare her and make her antsy. But she did an amazing job. We're super proud of her.
Yes, Mazzy is.
Shake the pop bottle and drop it. No, if you shake your pop bottle and drop it, then it's not going to taste any good. Let's see, what could we drop?
I've got this. I'll drop it and then go get it down on the fourth floor.
Yeah, because we can't walk down there.
Yeah, I can walk down there.
All right. So we're going outside now?
Yeah, let's go out. Let's go ahead and show you guys
I'm going to
the
leave
tour.
the iPad here.
So I'm going to walk. Let's walk down the steps, and then we're going to show you.
You want me to turn that around? Want me to turn the camera around? You can flip it like this.
I was going to flip it. Okay,
when you
go
get
ahead.
out there?
Yeah, I was going to flip it when we start walking up.
You see the bottom left where you can flip it?
So we're going to walk down. We want to give you the grand tour.
If it starts breaking up or is bad, let us know. But it seems like all the service is good around here because we're like up in the air.
Yeah, I think we're good. Oh,
the lights are on. Those little cool lights out there.
yeah. It is like complete peace and quiet here.
And it feels awesome.
So I'm going to bring you out to like the point when we drive up, what you see, and then we'll walk in, and then we will.
Those deer are back. We just scared them off.
We'll show you the inside. Oh, there was a baby fawn sitting under our house when we drove up a while ago. It was really cool. Oh, we're getting to see it. I want to show you all at once.
Show them these cool lights.
Okay, Cassie wants to show you the cool lights. So these are lining the road when you pull up.
It's a really long driveway to get here to the back of the property, and these line the driveway. So I'm excited to see them once it gets dark.
And let's show you the best thing about our Honda minivan. It's that OU tag right there.
Boomer Sooner.
Boomer Sooner.
Softball champions.
All right, so we're going to turn you around. You ready, Cass?
Yeah, we've lost comments, but I guess we're good.
Oh, my, that's amazing.
Okay.
We're good. All right, so here, like we pull down this road, and it's like a long, long road. I know I've got dirt on the license plate, Chad. I need to clean it up. And then, so this is the cabin. Oh, come on, Annie Ann.
What'd she say?
Go Pokes.
Her son goes there. We'll give you a pass.
Yeah, you get a pass. So, like, we'll come down here to this cabin, and look how high. I was telling Cassie, if you were a construction worker,
stand there.
like, oh yeah, if you're a construction worker, Boomer Sooner. So there's like, Cassie is, what are you, like 7'3"? Yeah. Yes, Cassie's 7'3". So this thing is huge. I'm trying to hold this steady, but it's a little bit tough. But these are just big telephone poles or would look like telephone poles, just
They're
big.
telephone poles. They might have stole them off the side of the road.
Yeah, there's big poles, and it's only has, supporting the cabin, it only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so it's amazing they were able to build that. And I was looking down here. I think that thing right there is one of those things that put out like a frequency, so the animals stay away.
And you said the floors are heated?
Yeah, the floors are heated. It's obviously not the time of year where you need a heated floor.
Keep hearing more things.
Well, we're in the middle of the woods. Oh, that's another thing. Like, look around. It's all woods. Oh, thank you for the anniversary wishes, everybody. We really appreciate it.
You want to take them in or around?
I want to take you to...
Side or in?
Let's go in because I gotta get my water bottle.
Okay.
So there's a deck that walks all the way back, and I'll come out there in a little bit. This treehouse is 26 feet off the ground. I'll drop something in the back. Hopefully Cassie's phone won't fall, to show you how high it is. So you walk in, there's a little bathroom right here. Over here, you have a nice sized fridge, and I paid an extra, what, 18 bucks? I got a little bottle of sparkling juice.
And some chocolate that I already ate.
And some chocolates.
And then they have some snacks over here. They got all sorts of coffee, which I'm excited about.
Oh, and we were, like, Cassie was asking about coffee on the way here. And this is so awesome of them to provide decaf and regular coffee in a coffee pot down there.
We stay in a lot of cabins, and people don't always do that.
They've got the little basics, heat and air, a fireplace that if you need it in the wintertime, but...
I think it's for looks more than anything.
Yeah. And they have a big tub over there, which is like hanging out.
It hangs off. Look how it hangs off and go up a little bit. It's just like, we can see when we go outside.
And I don't know if I got this window, how big it is, but it goes floor to ceiling. So it's really cool. It's decorated nicely. It's got this big like 4-post bed and like kind of rustic furniture.
Or old looking. I want to call that rustic.
Well, not rustic, just like,
Fancy.
yeah, maybe a little fancy. Let me get my water bottle. All right.
Oh, that's as far as you can open that door.
So we'll go outside here on the deck. Oh, thank you, Sharon Siebert. $13 super chat.
Oh, thanks so much. You didn't have to do that. Here, I'll hold
Yes.
it while you do that.
It's completely peaceful and quiet here. Show over there real quick. So there's that like jetted tub, and it's like hanging out.
Yeah.
And it has a bird feeder right here. We saw birds. Walgo earlier when I was watching that squirrel, he was jumping right here, like jumping around right outside the door. But you want to show the bottle now?
Okay, how am I going to do that? Hang on.
Just put her out right over there. You're good.
And
All right.
point to the bottom?
Yeah, just point straight down.
All right, you going to count how many seconds?
All right, you ready? Ready?
Yep.
1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000.
I don't know how impressive that was, but...
Chad requested it. So Chad, what do you think? You impressed? 30 feet. You counted.
30 feet. 1 second for every 10 feet.
Bruce, did I carry Cassie across the threshold? Not today, Bruce. Not saying I couldn't, but not today. All right, I want to flip it back
Bottom
around.
left.
So this is Treehouse Cabins in Eureka Springs. If you're interested in it, book way ahead of time because they typically are booked 8 months out. So if you want to book one, then you want to make sure and plan ahead. We're going to sit down real quick, sorry.
Oh, it's unplugged. So yeah, that's it. And do we need to finish up reading anything?
Yeah, I was just going to do one last check. Sharon, thank you for that super chat. I didn't see any questions or anything along with it. I just wanted to make sure that if there was any questions, we got that answered from you, Sharon.
Sharon is the one that bought that like light blue colored hat.
Mm-hmm.
So
thank you so much, Sharon. We appreciate your support for our family and our channel. And
Chad's a troublemaker. Chrissy has Chad figured out.
what? No, Chad is genuine. He's a good guy, and I'll take that to my grave.
He is like me. If you guys get on, he does a farm live every Tuesday. I get my days all mixed together.
I enjoy his farm life.
But I'm always, because he doesn't get to read very many of the comments because he's walking around doing chores, and I'm always saying stuff in there, and he's like, wait, what's Cassie doing? And so him and I are the same, that we like to joke around and cause trouble.
Yeah. So I think we're good. We showed you guys the tour. I think in our...
Thank you, Jordan Smith.
Listen to Chad. He will not get you out of jail. If Chad jumps off a cliff, will you? No, I will not follow Chad off a cliff. But we want to just thank you guys for all the support and all the love you've shown our family. I know this last couple months has been a challenge for us for lots of reasons, mainly adjusting to having 5 kids instead of 3. We haven't got to go live. We haven't got to do a lot of interaction with all of you. But you have showed up, you keep watching our videos, and we cannot thank you enough. We thank you for following us, because if it weren't for you, we wouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. Make sure you follow us over on Facebook as well. We upload all our videos over there, and we share stuff with the family, and I try to do daily Facebook stories and things to kind of keep everybody updated, and it's just kind of fun. And thank you so much, Annie Ann. You did not have to do that. I thank you for the happy anniversary wish. But we love you guys, and we truly appreciate you.
And Annie Ann, on that note, thank you to all of our moderators.
Yes, we forget to...
because without you guys, these lives would be a wreck, probably. But you're here for us every time.
Keeping anyone in line that needs it.
Yeah, and we really appreciate you, Annie Ann. And thank you so much for that anniversary wish and super chat. We appreciate it.
Yeah, our moderators are awesome, and we truly appreciate them. Buy some ice cream. Well, tomorrow we're getting that. What is it? Is it a homemade waffle cone? Or
yeah, the homemade waffle cone.
We're going to get that. How's the bunk beds working out with Renson's room? Awesome. Everyone is finally sleeping well. Everyone feels safe and comfortable. Ransom loves the top bunk, and so it's working out awesome.
Yep. So thank you guys. You got anything else before we go? I think you're ready to drop off.
I think we are ready.
All right. Well, we hope you guys have a great rest of your week. We're getting started. Tomorrow's Monday. Back to work. Back to normal. The weekend's over. But thank you for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.
We love you guys.